It's all on sale. Okay, that's all I need to say for us silver lovers. This is coming home, or as my nephew would say, Aunt Jane, the mothership is calling you home, because you and I are going to be here for the next 2 hours with every single piece of jewelry on sale to the end of day. Every single item in this show, I think pretty much every single item, all new, all brand new on the day. And many of the pieces in the show, like over half, will be the only presentation of the day. What does that mean? You haven't seen it in any of the previous hours. We have 18 altogether, and you're not going to see it again once we finish off our time together and hand it off to the gorgeous Lisa Robertson. So I'm Jane Treacy, have loved silver ever since my mother instilled that love in me. I call it her sterling legacy to me when I was 8 years old. And here I stand at 51 years old, sharing the love of silver with you. And silver lovers unite, because we've got gems. We have diamonds, we have Italian silver, we have the San Marco I just put on my Facebook page. So you can go right to my Facebook page, Jane Treacy, and click on the link. It'll help you get shopping. But let's get started. So you're in trouble because Antonella Nestor is free with a credit card. So here is the buy of the evening. I will tell you this, when they first showed me these rings about 6 months ago, I said, oh, a 3/4 carat color diamond band ring, that's probably going to be about $500. That was my thought process. And so when I said, well, how much? They said around $250. I said, to quote my friend Tom, sold. Now, since we've seen the last look at the one-time only value, things are looking up for you and me even more, because we now have 5 easy payments of $37.99, reflecting an only time ever under $190 price tag for the Affinity Diamond 7-stone color band ring. Now, these are diamonds. These come out of the earth with the properties, with obviously the inherent ability to be red and yellow and blue and green. What we do is we actually have a permanent process, as many natural gemstones go through, to bring out the color, and then they stay this color. So it's an amazing value, and if I were you, I would get more than one. I'd get like 3, but that's just me. Then I'm wearing, I don't know, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of one of the best items on the day. You know, I cut my teeth in a show called Silver Savings that then turned into Silver Style. And we used to do lengths of silver in all kinds of ways. Well, now we gave you our premier brand of silver. This is not sterling. This is even better. This is 95 parts pure silver. It is completely nickel-free. It is tarnish resistant. We start at a 16-inch length for $22, and we go to a 60 and then a 100-inch length. Those 2 lengths are the only ones on the day. So since we've seen the last look of our today's special value, yeah, you're spending $22 for an ultra-fine necklace. That's even, higher silver content than sterling. Wow. I told you we're going to have fun in these 2 hours. One of the trends is it's all about the wrist. Another trend is color of silver. Another trend is big and bold. And I am proud to say I stand here with a link that I have been a passionate advocate for you probably ever since about 1992. It is the San Marco. I'll learn how to say it though, since I've been loving it since 1992. The San Marco, we'll talk about the significance of that name, oval hinged bangle bracelet. David Markstein, who you just saw on the air with my dear friend Antonella, said that out of everything in the set, he thought that this was one of the most beautiful pieces. Obviously, the Vicenza silver is made in Italy. It's your choice of the all sterling, or you can get tricolor. We have it in small, we have it in average, and we have it in large, and we have brand new matching earrings. Okay, so we just added these rings to the show because they've been super popular all day long. That is, and by the way, I did try it on before the show with the one-time only value, and the band looks great with this ring. It looks really hip and cool. It's the Pave color braided ring. Blue has jumped to an advance order, which is December 6th, the Feast of St. Nicholas. We also have it in red and green and yellow for now. Okay, these are my pick of the show. I may be a little predictable that Jane's pick in big jewelry events equals hoops, but this is a brand new technique from our friends at Ultrafine Silver. And what we were able to do with these earrings is diamond cut them inside, outside, but what I like to say is also all around the town. Because the original earring, when we get to it, I'll tell you, was not as pretty as this, and I kind of pushed back and said, I think our viewers are going to think that's a little bit too wide and heavy. So we slimmed it down. That meant the price got slimmed down. They are brand new. new, as everything in these 2 hours are brand new. And we have 3 sizes for you. Is it, I put the card back. I think it's 1.5, 3/4 and 2. Okay, I was close. 1, 1.5, and 2. And I actually have the 1 on today, which is a little unusual, but because I usually do the 1.5, but I just thought since the dress is a little more ladylike, I would go to that size, which proves a point. You basically need every size in your wardrobe. This size when you want to be a little more demure, 1.5 when you want to be Goldilocks and just right, and the 2-inch when you want to be sassafras, baby. Okay. Let's get started. Everything from now till the end of my time with you, we're going to see is new on the day, and many of the pieces are the only presentation of the day. So I got in from Fanny Presents Shoes, or QVC Presents Fanny Shoes on sale last night, pretty early in the morning or very late at night, whichever way you want to look at it. And so I was watching Rick for a while, which was always a blast at 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I was watching, I think, who was next? I think Jacqueline was up next. So here is J285215, something that you haven't seen all day and you will not see again. And you might say, that looks like lace on a bridal gown. And I would say exactly right. Because just like lace would be made out of thread that was sewn back and forth, this actually isn't wrapped, you know, with a sterling silver wire. Why? Well, because that would probably make these earrings, about not exaggerating, 5 times the cost, and it would be virtually impossible to do. With these wonderful designers in Italy, and that's what Vicenza silver is, silver that's made in Italy, but silver that's got a really wonderful Italian vibe. They've taken the silver and giving it a texture so it looks like it's wrapped. But when we say it looks like it wrapped, it means that it looks like it's embroidered lace. And I don't know if you watched, or actually, if you saw or you're on any of our Facebook pages, but if you go to my page, Jane Treacy, and click like, you'll see that Leah Williams and yours truly, Jane Treacy, and so many of the people last night were in lace. It's like the hottest trend, but you're not always in a lace gown. So this is something you can wear with your crisp white shirts and your great turtleneck sweaters and more. And it's brand new, and it's the only presentation of the day. So we're not going to see these presented again. They do measure about 1.75 inches in length, but the diameter of the earring is about 1 inch in diameter. Those sterling silver sparkles that you see, those icy white sparkles, they're actually bezel set Diamonique stones. And we only started bringing our friends at Diamonique and Vicenza Silver together about a year ago, and we are loving this partnership. These are bold, but they're lightweight. And the most limited is the rose. Next to that, we have that all icy, gorgeous sterling silver. You look at these and you understand that the ancient Inca Indians called sterling silver tears of the moon, because it looks like moonlight on the ocean. It looks like moonlight on the new fallen snow. It's so icy and brilliant and beautiful. And oh, by the way, I think that that would be gorgeous with our one-time only value necklace. It also shows you how sterling silver can easily be worn, absolutely be worn, with ultrafine. Just because you're putting 95 parts pure silver on your body, let's say in the necklace, doesn't mean that you just can't put on a regular sterling silver earring, which is still 92.5 parts pure. And then, if you're loving the colors of silver and the colors of metal, here's your gold. So one of the hottest things right now are these wonderful open work dangles that kind of make the outfit without you having to even think about it. And also, I would like to give a shout out to 2 rock stars, Katia and Kate. We got the K team, Katia and Kate here, K squared. They are our rock stars, and they are wearing the beautiful jewelry for these 2 hours. These are brand new. Now, that's the only time all day you'll have the luxury of lace in precious metal shown on the air in a full presentation. That's only $64.69. Okay, brand new today. So everything in the show is brand new. And everything in the show is on sale to the end of the day. And did you know this is the last big silver sale event before the holidays? This is called a saddle ring, and I love it. And they just added it to my show because I pouted and stamped my foot when it wasn't in it. It's actually 150 handset stones. So let's say that again together, 150 handset stones. It's on 3 easy payments of $26.52, and it's a beauty. And if you truly know in your heart that somebody needs to hear there is no place like home, this is the Wizard of Oz Sterling Crystal Ruby Slippers Charm, and there's 2 of them. So whenever you need to click your heels together, Even if it's only in my dreams, like that song, I'll Be Home for Christmas, you'll come back home where you need to be. It's $59.24. Those are actually Swarovski crystals. It comes in a darling box, and we'll talk about why there's so much Wizard of Oz stuff that's been on QVC and on other major networks and has been talked about. It's a really big entry into a big year for the Wizard of Oz. Okay, right now, I have to put on more silver. I just looked in the mirror and I said, you know what? I'm just thinking I need a little more silver. Okay, hold on. I'm moving my microphone cord. Okay, there we go. All right, this is the boldest status link in ultrafine silver on the entire day. In fact, we pretty much have not seen an ultrafine piece like this. Okay, this is going to be difficult, isn't it? Don't be difficult. Please don't be difficult, because you know what? It is a silver day, and I want to wear more jewelry. But this is our boldest bracelet, status link bracelet on the day from what is known as our premium brand of silver. And that means, oh, I know what I can do. Oh, I just got a really good idea about my microphone. And then it's not going to hit. Okay. Don't you love when I'm rearranging things on national television? Hold on, audio person. I promise I will be there in a second. Hold on, hold on, hold on. And now I think I'm good to go. Okay, so that's better. This is a status link. It's a Rolo, and it's actually a triple Rolo, which means Rolos are the oldest and strongest link known to man. Rolos are bracelets that you buy and you wear and you are noticed because they have a lot of dimension to them. When we measure a Rolo, it's not just where it's going side by side, in this case almost a half of an inch, but the fact that it sits up off your hand and has gorgeous presence. And this is one of the ones that I actually decided to wear because I thought it was absolutely beautiful, and it's bold, and that's why we love silver. Sometimes we love delicate silver, sometimes we like silver that packs more of a punch, and this is definitely silver that packs more of a punch. Here's your prices: $99 for the 7 1/4 inch, $105 for the 8 inch. That's extraordinary because this is our premium brand of silver. You're looking at 92.5 parts pure silver when we are dealing with traditional sterling. This ups the ante. That's what we call it, our premium brand. It is 95-part pure silver. What does that mean? Well, you're really going to get an icy glow. It's also guaranteed to be nickel-free, and it's also a piece of jewelry that resists tarnishing more than traditional silver, and this is the only presentation on the day. So you're looking at another one of those moments where we say, okay, we have some beautiful pieces of jewelry. Some of them have been shared with you throughout the day, but the first earrings and this bracelet, it's only now. And that also means that we don't have a whole lot of them to go around. So we do, I think, have another bold bangle on the day from Ultrafine, but this is your boldest status link. And let's talk about what's happening in the world of jewelry. How about big and bold? How about all about the wrist? How about sparkle? So those three trends are captured in this bracelet, and that makes it such a great must-have. Plus, we're heading into fall and winter, and depending on where you live, you might be wearing chunkier sweaters or leather jackets. Leather's such a big trend this year, so you really need your jewelry to be a little bit bolder. And yes, Kate's necklace is coming up. I just thought I would throw that out there, a first time ever. So this is a big, bold bracelet. I didn't give you the gram weights yet, and I'm going to do it right now, and that just might push it over the edge in picking this up, because the 7 1/4 is $99 for 23.3 grams, and the 8 inch is 24.7 grams. Special guest coming up right now, all new, all on sale, all till the end of the day. Okay, this is the necklace that you can't pile enough of these on. I mean, you can buy one and be awesome, and you can buy 5 and be awesome. They are the same Ultrafine I just talked about, the premium brand of sterling, but we're looking of silver, I should say. But now it's $22 to $99, but only until the end of the day. This is the only place to get a 60 inch. It's the only place all day to get a 100 inch, and it's the only place in my show to get that beautiful 16 inch that sometimes is hard to find. Okay, now 300 have been ordered. That's probably 295 by QVC customers and one by another QVC customer known as Antonella Nestor, because she was all over this. Isn't it beautiful? That's 3/4 of a carat of colored diamonds on 5 easy payments of $37.99. So Danny Neufeld is joining us. Danny, welcome back to QVC.
Hello, thank
it's
you
always
very
good
much.
to have you here.
It's great to be here.
I love when Danny's here. And Danny's actually going to be here later in the week, but this is the time when Danny's going to be here when the pieces are on sale.
I couldn't miss this.
I know, you had to.
I love
He
Creede,
came in
yeah.
early. We have a show together on Friday, but he's like, I have to be here for Creede,
Yep.
which commemorates, by the way, one of the last big silver strikes in the history of the United States. And this ring is from Orpaz, which Danny will describe to you in a moment. It's the first time we've ever done a ring in that gorgeous triplet of Australian opal. I'm not wearing 5 rings, I'm wearing 1 ring. Look at that play of color. And it's $55.20. The first time Orpaz has ever put the Australian opal in a ring. So if somebody's new and doesn't recognize this boyish, charming person right away, tell us what Orpaz means and also what it is, because it's a beautiful story.
Thank you so much. Orpaz means a beautiful light in Hebrew. It's a jewelry collection that designed by a few of the most talented jewelry designers in Israel. Everything is in the collection is solid sterling silver, and we use only genuine gemstones. This ring that we brought here for today, as you just mentioned, it's the first time that we're using Australian opal. It's the first time that we're using such an organic design. If you look at the stone, it's off center, and I just think it's so original, so different. I've never seen a design like this. It's actually a combination of 4 or 5 different rings that were come together into one ring, and then you have the leaves in the center, and then the fact that the stone is like off center, it's just beautiful. It just adds so much character to this ring, and I think this is what Orpaz is all about.
And it means again?
Beautiful light.
Beautiful light. I don't know if there ever has been a piece of jewelry that has encompassed that name more than this ring, because this looks like beautiful light. And you know, Danny, I just want to show everybody the measurement in the back. And I'm doing that on purpose. In the back, this ring measures over 1/4 of an inch. So if you find when you get to a wider ring in the back, because that's how it's going to sit on your hand, you may need to go up to that neck size.
Yep.
And I think that for me, I normally buy a 6, but if I want to put this like on my 4-finger ring 2, which I could do, I would go up to the 7. So I think if you're always, you know, fine with this and you don't have big knuckles, stay true.
Yep.
But if you have larger knuckles, or if you find that wide band rings, you need to go up a size, I would recommend going up that size.
Absolutely. Let's talk about the Australian opal for a second. You know, Australian opal is rare, is expensive, and really hard to get. Now, a triplet means that there is a layer of onyx at the bottom, then there's a slice of Australian
Not a
opal.
mosaic, and that's
important. It's not a
important.
mosaic. It's a slice of one solid piece of Australian opal, and then there's a quartz on top of it to protect it.
And the reason why, just so you guys know that that's such a big deal, is because with a mosaic, they can pick a lot of, you know, opal that's sort of been cast aside, and they take tiny little pieces and they put it together, and it's a lot of work, but you're not going to get that organic play of color that you would in an opal of this size. This is one single slice, and that's really, really important.
Exactly. It's important for you to know this is the real deal, and something in the Australian opal, the color of the bluish and the green and the look of Orpaz looks so great together. I love the design that the stone is off center. When you'll get it home and you'll see the details of the silver and the craftsmanship, it's just amazing. The different textures,
Well, my love, I need to wrap you up, honey.
Goes around.
It's one of those days.
Thank you. I'm sorry.
So we're getting limited, and I also have to tell you, this is the only presentation on the day. So if you're someone that is new to QVC, what that means is we're having a sale on silver till the end of the day, and then we've seen jewelry all day long. This is actually the only time you're going to see that beautiful ring presented. And also, if you are a silver lover, a gem lover, a jewelry lover, and definitely an Orpaz lover, you gotta come and take a look at these earrings on Kate and on Katia, because we didn't forget the one. These earrings really are $49.52 for your choice of blue topaz. Wait for it. 3.5 carats of blue topaz at $49.52, and amethyst, which is 2 carats and 80 points. I'm not quite sure how sale prices become $49.52, but Danny, it's a good thing.
Yeah, and you know, we buy big quantities, and for this special event, it's really unbelievable value. But let's talk about the design. You know, I wanted to create something, the everyday earrings. Now, I've seen so many designs and so many designs for semi-precious stones, but you know, this is gonna be your everyday pair of earrings. Look at this beautiful, first of all, the gemstone in the center is just gorgeous. Either it's the amethyst or the blue topaz, and then the swirl design that goes around it in such a perfection, and then the beautiful texture that applies all around it. All solid sterling silver. Look how solid it's on the back, and then how beautiful and textured is it on the front. Not over large, no, just the perfect
No,
everyday
let me run
pair
in
of
and
earrings.
just measure it
Yeah.
for everybody so you know at home. This one's about 1.25 inches in length, but also from side to side, you're getting just a little over 1/2 inch. So if
Yep.
you're a denim girl, those blue topaz stones are waiting for you to put it on with your denim jeans, any color top, and what you love. And of course, blue topaz is also the birthstone for December, and this is our last sale before the end of the year.
Correct.
So that's beautiful for Hanukkah, it's beautiful for Christmas, or for somebody's birthday in December. And then here is, I always think of it as a lover's stone because amethyst is the birthstone of February when Valentine's Day
Yeah,
hits.
it's my wife's gemstone.
And it's my daughter's, and there's just something so beautiful about wearing this, even with like reds and blues and all the fashion colors for fall.
Yeah, and also I love the bezel set on this one. Love the dimension of the silver. It's hard to see it on the screen, but when you'll get home, you'll see how the swirls go. It's not like a flat piece of silver. You're getting this beautiful dimension of the swirl, all been finished by hand. The texture, the beautiful organic texture that applies all around it. It's just gorgeous, great everyday pair of earrings.
And they're gems that are natural in origin, that have been set into beautiful orpahs, that beautiful light. And like you said, these are earrings that sometimes gemstone earrings can't go out perhaps in the style that you own when you're in a sweatshirt and a pair of jeans, but these can, especially if you love color. And for $49.52, you're getting these handcrafted, we should mention
Absolutely.
that, lovingly crafted by hand earrings that are just extraordinary and on sale till the end of the day. Plus, Danny will not be back to present these again today.
Yep.
These are the only presentation of the day, which means if you were watching since midnight last night and checking in throughout the day, you did not get a chance to see these earrings presented until now. And I think you're the master of designing those gorgeous textures in
Thank
silver.
you. Yeah, this is what we specialize at.
But these two today with the Australian opal and the topaz and the amethyst, I mean, come on, that's a treat myself now. It's a must-have. So we're going to wrap these up. They're actually available to the end of the day at the sale price. Danny's going to be back with me on Friday. I'm going to see you at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
Okay?
And I'll be back later on tonight.
Oh, good, but not with these.
Yeah, no.
Not with these.
No.
So get them while you can.
Yep.
Thanks, Danny.
Thank you.
Okay, so coming up a little bit later in this hour is my hot pick. And I will tell you a little story about San Marcos when we get to them later on today, because when we see San Marcos, we usually do not keep them in stock. And if I were you, I wouldn't wait on this first ever San Marco bangle. It's 5 easy payments of $27.20 for the smaller of the two, and then it goes up to the three goes up to $31.20. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I have to tell you what David Marstein did about this one. So much fun. All right, now I don't know if you watched at midnight last night and saw Rick rock down the house with our gorgeous today's special value. It is a first ever Vicenza Silver Black Spinel charm bracelet. It also comes in colors, because what did we say? You know, it's all about layering on the wrist, and it's all about color, and some of these are very limited. Actually, so limited that we can't do another presentation, but if you go to QVC.com, you can order this in your choice of color and size, J286398. Our value of the day for this, our Creede Silver Sale, the final big silver sale before the holidays. Are you ready for one of the biggest one-time only values I think we're going to see? Here we go. Okay, we've already lost a size in one of the colors. So welcome into our one-time only value. And I'm always talking about being the dinosaur here at QVC and having worked here like forever. You know what, I'm just going to separate these two so we can see the colors a little bit better. And when I saw this ring, and they told me that it was a possibility to be a really exciting item in the Creede Silver Sale, I said I really want it in my show. But I kind of expected it to be somewhere in maybe around $500 or more, because anytime anybody says the word 3/4 of a carat of diamonds in the same sentence as jewelry, you're probably spending a lot more than you would expect to. So when our buyers said, well, we think it's going to be in maybe around $250, maybe even less, I was like, oh my gosh, sold, sign me up. Can I please, please, please have this in my show? So we purchase a today's special value in order to have it until the end of the day, right? We have just told you that the value of the day is too limited for another presentation. We've already seen a final prez. So what we're going to do for you is offer one-time only values, which are only good to the end of the day. So this 3/4 carat diamond ring is already under 200. The only time ever that it will be $189.96 is today. And then we gave you 5 easy payments of $37.99. And 400 have been ordered, and like I said earlier, that's 395 customers, and including the one biggest jewelry customer, Miss Antonella Nestor, who was running into the host lounge to order this. So here's your colors. First of all, these are all brilliant cut diamonds. That means these are fully cut and faceted in the 58 facets of a brilliant cut. So you might have a diamond piece of jewelry that is a single cut, not a full cut. They still have the facets in it, but it's not going to be the 58 facets. So that's a big deal. So that really is a lot of time and a lot of energy in the faceting. So you know you're getting a full 58 facet, full cut diamond ring, 7 stones, guaranteed minimum weight, 3/4 carat. So here's your beautiful champagne. And these diamonds are natural in color. This is the way these stones come out of the ground. And I will just tell you that when we were talking to our friends from Italy during our Vicenza event that was just last week, or maybe 2, I don't know. I'm at that point where life goes by so quickly, I don't even know what I did yesterday. I think I was in New York, but I'm not sure. That is actually stones that are natural in origin in the color as well as in the diamond, and that is supposed to be the biggest color in 2014. According to Letizia Lamela and so many of our friends from Italy, they said at the most recent Vicenza Jewelry Fair, it was all about the champagne. So 5 sold out in champagne, 6 sold out in champagne. We are very limited in everything we have left in champagne. And I am looking and I am not seeing an advance order at this point. And in fact, my producer Sean just confirmed no advance order. So that's champagne. Now let's talk about the next 4 colors, because we have it in blue, green, red, and yellow. And you might say, well, now what in the world can QVC even put on the air a blue, a red, a green, and a yellow diamond at this price? Fill me in. And by the way, yellow is getting very limited. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Champagne now has completely sold out, but the yellow is limited. So here's what happens. If you are a gem lover, you know that certain gem families occur in different colors. For instance, you can have the beryl family that has blue aquamarine and green emerald, and also pink morganite and yellow heliodor. They're all beryls, but some of those stones have within the beryl different trace elements that bring out a different color in the stone. The same thing goes with diamonds. Diamonds are still the 10 on the Mohs scale, and as you know, very rarely do they come to the surface in color. We all know the most famous and one of the rarest of them all is that blue diamond in the Smithsonian known as Hope. So what happens is when these stones are mined and the expert gemologists look at them, they understand that these stones have in them the properties to be blue and red and green and yellow. That's how they're mined. They're mined as a stone that, I love what Michael O'Connor, our expert from Affinity, says. If they could be left under heat and pressure for another, I don't know, million years or so, they would come out of the earth red, blue, green, and yellow. What we do is we just help to speed up the process. And actually, as you know, if you're a gem lover, and you can read about gems at QVC.com, the majority of stones go through some sort of a process to bring out their color, but they're only on QVC if it is permanent, because we are, again, going under the guidelines of the Gemological Institute of America. So we take these stones, we mine them, we're able to put them through a heat process that gives this color permanently. So you are looking at 3/4 carat of a natural origin, which is a diamond. We just help Mother Nature along just a bit, and you've got a ring that is extraordinary. We only had 1,000 to start? What was our problem? Hello, it's the Creede Silver Day. We needed more. So we started with 1,000, we only have 300 left. Not a surprise. Champagne is gone. Blue is in sizes 5 through 10. Green is in sizes 5 through 10. Red is in sizes 5 through 10. And yellow is in 8, 9, and 10 only. Now, we even gave you a better easy pay, because when this was going to be the one-time only value, and I was doing the little dance of joy, they told me, and we think we're going to have 4 easy payments. So by the time I, posted on Facebook about my San Marco bracelet and got out here, they said, even better news, what about 5 easy payments of $37.99? And when I looked at it on my hand, all I could think of was a mother's ring. Because even though these are diamonds, obviously, which are the birthstone for April, I thought of all the beautiful colors in our world and how if you would get mom maybe 2 or 3 of these as a holiday gift, not that it's a birthstone because these are all diamonds, a blue, a red, a green, and a yellow diamond, but how lovely just to represent all the colors of her life and all the children and the grandchildren. I mean, and now see when I go back and forth? Let's talk about what fully faceted, full cut diamonds mean. That means each of these were cut by a master cutter. Each of those 7 stones were given the 58 facets that reveal the brilliant cut, and there really is no stone on the planet, no stone ever, that can come close to the scintillation, which is the brilliance of a diamond, even when it's flashing color in your eyes. And by the way, I have to do one thing for you. I'm just going to put this down, guys, for a second, so I don't want to wreck your shot. There we go. I wanted to reach in and get this ring, which is coming up, except I'm having trouble getting the Europause off. That's not good. Okay, let me do blue. Let me pick blue. Hold on. There is a method. Oh, when we were in the meeting, we just thought that was so pretty. Right? I just got a ooh from Kate. So there's the one-time only value. There's the super hot to trot beautiful ring that we're going to see again during this time that you and I are together for another hour and a half. All new, all on sale, only to the end of the day. We had 1,000 of these diamond rings. We have 150 left. In the blue, 8 and 9 only. In the green, 5 through 10. In the red, 5 through 10, but fewer than a dozen in each. And in the yellow, 9 and 10 only, fewer than a half dozen each. So I am sorry to say this is going super duper duper fast. And don't forget about the next one-time only value, because that's going to be kind of wild. Here are the rings. They look really great when they're stacked with the one-time only value. If you play with color or you even do something cool, I just grab the red and the green. Ooh, that's pretty. This is the gorgeous braided ring in sterling silver and the glorious colors of Affinity diamonds. 4 easy payments of $24.97. Hey, when we say sale on silver, we are not messing around. We're bringing you gorgeous silver. This show is all new. Lots of the items in this show actually are only presentation of the day, and they're all at a great sale price until midnight tonight. So, how about the most affordable diamond item in the sale? So we've just gone from the beauty of color diamonds to the beauty of the white, brilliant, lovely diamonds that you know and love. And Affinity diamonds are the brand or the line or the design of diamonds that are only here at QVC. Michael O'Connor is our expert guest. He right now is in the midst of another busy season. Obviously, he's a celebrity dresser, in case you didn't know that. He's actually put Affinity diamonds on celebrities on the red carpet. Last night we were on the pink carpet in New York City for Fanny Presents Shoes on Sale, the gala, the actual show on QVC where you can buy the shoes, including the shoes I'm wearing, will be next Thursday night from 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern, and the beautiful and talented Miss Nancy Hornback will be with me. But I look at this piece and think, here is a line of jewelry that can be on the red carpet, but this is also a line of jewelry that could be around your daughter's neck, your sister's neck, your best friend's neck, because this is more than just a beautiful piece of diamond jewelry, the most affordable diamond item on the day. It's $69.90. What you're looking at is a symbol of forever love. Because if you go back to the ancient Celts in the 9th century in Ireland, they were famous for their Celtic knots. I'm not sure if my producer has ever been to Ireland, but I think he should go. Oh, sorry, he produced a show with me when I was there. I always forget that. So they came up with these incredible swirls. And if you ever go to Dublin and you go to the National Museum, please take about 5 hours because, you know, everybody was pulling me out the door and I'm like, I need to stay here. You see these gorgeous Celtic knotwork that was woven into gold in the 9th century AD. And what it meant then is what it means now, forever. There's no beginning and there is no end. So this often, in a spiritual way, represents the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. If you're looking for a religious piece to wear, maybe with a cross, and oh, by the way, I do have a gorgeous diamond cross coming up from Affinity. This is something that can be the symbol of, since it's 3, yesterday, today, and tomorrow. This also can represent, you know, the physical world, the emotional world, and then the spiritual world. A lot of people look at it as generations. But when I looked at this, for some reason, it reminded me of wedding rings. And I just thought, if you are a blended family, it almost looks like there are 3 rings coming together. So that would be a beautiful piece of jewelry, you know, to give your new daughter that's coming into your family life, or to, you know, give to your daughter as you're welcoming maybe new siblings into the family. It's also a piece of jewelry that I think is beautiful to give to, like, a godmother, or to buy yourself if that new grandbaby is coming into your life, because of that symbol of the 3 becoming 1. So it's $69.60. It is J286317. Now, we won't have a chance to talk about these, but we thought they were totally cool. We have silver, we have rose clad, and we have yellow clad. That's a beautiful ring set in silver for $199.86. Okay, now if you're saying, now wait a minute, Jane, you were my silver girl way back when. Where are my prices that are just fabulous? Because, I mean, these are beautiful, but I don't want to spend a lot. Okay, I have to try these on. Because, girls, this is rocking down the house. Are you ready? All right, you're going to look at these and think that they're teeny tiny and kind of like a why bother, and let me tell you, they are one of the boldest and lightest on the day. You're looking at J282424, the sterling freeform twist design drop earrings. Now remember, this is the final silver sale of the year. These are the most affordable item in my show at $29.32, and look at them. Now, I don't even know I have earrings on because they're so amazingly lightweight, but they're $29 and change. So if I were you, this would really be a I am not waiting kind of moment. In fact, if you are talking to a representative, or you're on QVC.com, or now you downloaded the new app where you can order more than one item when you're shopping, guess what? Stay with us, because we're going to take you from this under $30 earring that looks incredible into one of the hottest tickets on the day. So yes, 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 get the earring we just showed you at under $30. They're spectacular. They look like those beautiful art chimes that they make outside, you know, and they blow in the wind, and they're so pretty. We go from that to the most affordable bracelet in my show. Brand new today, only at the sale price until the end of the day. This is beautifully done, made in Italy, and it's called Vicenza Silver, not just because it's made in Italy, but because it's got to be cool. It's got to have an element. It has to have a leading edge in jewelry in order to be called Vicenza Silver. Now, 2,800 of these have already been ordered today, and since it's all about the wrist, it's all about layering at the wrist, and we're also taking a look at pieces of jewelry that are hot right now, that are in color. This is the moment. I mean, you may just buy one to put next to a watch. You might buy 2 or 3 or 4, but let me tell you, we got the best going here in this beautiful Vicenza Silver bracelet. I just chose the rose clad over sterling silver, the all sterling silver, and the black rhodium clad over sterling silver. Now, when we had a Vicenza day, anything that was in that rich, deep black metal, and by the way, I do have black spinel coming up, flew out the door. So those 3 together have such a cool vibe. Looks very, very different. So let me tell you, this is $35.40 for Italian-made silver in a beautiful bracelet. And let me show you what you have. You have a small, an average, and large. It's an everybody party because everybody pays $35.40. We have it for you in this beautiful rose clad. Now, what is tubagas? Tubagas is actually a term in Italy that refers to a technique where silver is sort of pulled very tightly into sheets and then it's coiled back on itself. What's neat about this tubagas, it's actually coiled around, as you can see, an inner tubing of sterling silver. So this is all sterling silver. Inside of the sterling silver, so it's never going to lose its shape, they put a piece of stainless steel. That is what is in all of the high-end bracelets to just give it that give and recover, that give and recover. Even the end caps are beautifully done. And taking into consideration that this is a $35.40 bracelet that is just so cool, it is made to layer. 3,000 have been ordered today. You're going to choose your rose clad over silver, your black rhodium derivative of platinum over the silver, the yellow gold over the silver, or just the all silver. This is the cool girl in the room. You know, this is the person that I used to get tongue-tied around when I was in grade school and high school because I was so a closet nerd. In fact, not even just, you know, a closet nerd. I was an everything nerd. And so, and look at me now, still a nerd, but you know, I've got some pretty good shoes on that are coming up on shoes on sale. Love you, rock stars. So these bracelets, don't you guys agree they're cool? They're hip. They're awesome. They're for any age. And when we're talking about it's all in the layering, I mean, look at these ladies. They're gorgeous. This is your all about the layer bracelet. You know, you could get 3 of these and be around $100. You could get 2 of them and be around $70. You could just get 1 of them and layer it with other bracelets that I know you own, that you probably have in years of collecting jewelry. And if you're young and just started shopping at QVC because you remember your mom and your grandmom shopping here all the time, this is the kind of bracelet you could buy and you could wear and look so hip and cool and pulled together. It is an awesome value. And what we're doing today is celebrating great values all day long because it's commemorating the Creede Silver Strike, which is the last big silver strike in the history of the United States. We commemorate this day with silver, all on sale, all to the end of the day, and everything in these 2 hours are new. So you're not going to see pieces that you saw other days or other events or other years. It's all about the new. And this is one to just layer it on. We're talking colors of metals hotter than ever before. You cannot really do too much. So I don't know if I have the yellow gold in here, but let me just grab this one. And by the way, what are the sizes? Small is going to fit under 7. Average is going to, and these are going to be forgiving. Average is going to fit about 7 1/4 up to at least 7 1/2, and then the large will be over 7 3/4 up to 8 and then some. So there are all 4. I mean, how cool are these? And you say, well, you know, I'm just going to buy one. How's that going to look? Fabulous. That looks fabulous, especially if you want to layer other pieces in or you want to put it next to a watch. So no wonder this has been one of the most popular items on the day. You gotta love it at $35.40, right? Okay, I'm not surprised. This is my second one-time only value. The first one is almost all sold out. This one is from 16 to 100 inches, but the 16 is already gone. Last call. But by the time we probably see it, it'll be sold out. That's Ultra Fine, which is the ultimate in silver. It's our premium brand of silver jewelry. It's not even sterling, it's even more. But wait till you see what we have when we come back because it is fabulous and Kate's been wearing it. I remember the very first silver shows on QVC because I hosted them. And it was a 4-hour show. And I really can't make this up. 3 hours of the show were sterling silver jewelry. The final hour of the show was flatware and silver-plated servingware because we didn't have enough jewelry to fill a 4-hour show in what we like to call the good old days. So what you're seeing right now is something we never would have seen in our very first silver show back way over 26 years ago, something that we have never, ever seen before, ever. And it is such a buy now and wear now piece because with the chunkier cable knits and the looks and the textures of fall, you don't want your jewelry to disappear, and this piece of jewelry is never disappearing. This is J285669, and when Lisa was actually in Italy in June, we introduced for the first time ever something that we call Argento Nuovo. And Argento Nuovo is a piece of jewelry that is actually made just like Oro Nuovo. And if you don't know what Oro Nuovo is, it is a breakthrough in Italy. And what they did is they come up with a resin base, and they actually form around the resin base gold. That's what Oro Nuovo is. Well, the silver designers were having such success with the Oro Nuovo that they said, okay, let's do Argento, which, as you know, is the Italian word for silver, Argento Nuovo. And in the couple months that we've had it, we've only had a few pieces. You guys have been loving it, so we decided to bring in the boldest necklace we've ever done in Argento Nuovo. We decided to do the only graduated bead necklace. By the way, it is amazing with the gorgeous San Marco. That's my hot pick. That's coming up in just a little bit, and it is just, in a word, spectacular. What Argento Nuovo lets us do is it lets us bring you a piece of jewelry that we could never, ever do in sterling silver. I love it. And this is why. We couldn't do this in silver because in order to make the beads heavy enough, it would be extremely expensive. 4 years ago, actually, we did have a bead necklace, and it was not this gauge, it was not graduated, and it was a lot more expensive than this is now 4 years later. This has a magnetic clasp. So what they do is they form resin beads, and then they wrap the silver around that. It has to be formed. This is not a plating process. This is something which can be stamped, the 925, of course, for sterling silver. So it is just an ultimate piece of jewelry, and when you get it on, it feels good, but it's not too heavy, and the beads do graduate. So they start in the back at approximately 1/4 of an inch, and then the largest down in the center comes in at over 1/2 of an inch. And just so it's really easy to get this beauty on and off, and just so the designers did not interrupt the stunning quality of this necklace, they give you that strongest grade necessary magnetic clasp that goes around your neckline and makes you look beautiful. Now, I think it is an over-the-top look with my San Marco bracelet. In fact, I changed into the San Marco earrings that are coming up to complement this bracelet with this necklace because you want to stay pure, simple, icy, high polish when you have this necklace on, and it is just so pretty. Microphone cord not included. Let me get that out of the way. I mean, it's just the ultimate. A bead necklace is always in style. A bead necklace turns heads, but a bead necklace is difficult because if the wall of the bead that was, let's say, only made out of sterling silver, if that's not thick enough, that's going to dent, that's going to get misshapen, and you're going to be disappointed. That will not happen with Argento Nuovo. That will not happen because there's a resin bead on the inside. The silver is formed around the outside, and now you've got the boldest neck and the first bead necklace ever in the Argento Nuovo collection. So if you want the light to shine off of the most reflective of precious metals, did you know that silver is actually more reflective than gold? It's 95% reflective. It can't help itself. It grabs every available light. So whether that is from a flameless candle or a real candle or moonlight outside or bright, bright lights of the big city like we saw walking back to our hotel last night in New York, this is going to shine and glow and be beautiful. Now I have two lengths for you. One is the 20-inch, and that's four easy payments, of $22.25. The other is the 18-inch, which I have on, and that's 4 easy payments of only $19.75. I mean, if you want turn head silver, and I'll tell you, through the years you guys have said that, please don't make it small. Please don't dumb it down. Please bring out what I want to feel beautiful in. Well, guess what? We just did. In 10 minutes, and I'm going to give you a little warning right now. I was going to wait to tell you this, but I'll tell you now. In 10 minutes, we're going to see our beautiful San Marco first ever in gold or silver hinged bangle, and there are earrings to match. I had a San Marco on our last gold event, which was the last big gold sale before the holidays. Now this is the last big silver sale before the holidays, and that San Marco sold out in about 2 minutes. So fair warning for our first ever San Marco lovers, you've never been able to get a bracelet quite like this. Okay, this is the hottest gemstone right now. If you want to see the it girl of the gem world, you are looking at her, and she is just too fabulous for words. If you have not bought black spinel yet, you know what, you're really missing out on a type of gem that just seems to love every available light. I don't know if we can do the dim all the lights over here in the studio. If not, it's okay. But I mean, this is a ring that, like most gemstones, is gorgeous when the lights are bright. But when the lights dim down, and we got to give homage to Antonella Nestor, because she's the one that invented this, when you're under, you know, candlelight, or if the lights are starting to dim like they are right now. You know when you go to the restaurant and all of a sudden, now look at that. We're not even in a close-up of it, and look at how it sparkles. And now I want you to see how it sparkles. Isn't that amazing? You know when you go to the restaurant and they dim all the lights and suddenly like your honey holds your hand? Or like my daughter says, okay, now I'm feeling a little awkward. This is a ring that will be beautiful under the lightest, most delicate, most beautiful of candlelight. And again, we got to give a shout out to Antonella because she invented it. This is your chance to say, I am going to get the hottest gemstone happening. I'm going to wear it. It's going to look great on me, because let's face it, how many times do you reach for the LBD, the little black dress? Once again, borrowed out of Nancy Hornback's closet. Thank you, Nance. How many times have you reached for the black shoes or the black pants? You're going to invest in a designer handbag. Let me see, what color am I going to buy? Black. You know, we've got a big, great boot. Today's special value coming up on Monday for Fashion Day. Hint, hint. You know, what's the color that you might need right now? Black. So this is sort of that go-to color now in jewelry. And you might say, well, what is black spinel? Well, first of all, it is fabulous when 150 stones are hand set into a sterling silver ring. I told you the silver's all on sale till the end of the day, and $79.56 for 3.8 carats of natural gemstone known as the black spinel. Kind of wild, right? So what is black spinel? Well, it is a gemstone that is natural in origin. It is mined. It comes out this beautiful black color. Spinel comes in other colors as well. And in fact, spinel is often found where rubies and sapphires are found. So it's interesting. In the crown jewels that you can see in the Tower of London, if you've ever been to that event, we stood in the rain for hours, and it really didn't, oh, that's so funny. We dimmed the lights on the light board, and now we can't get them back up. Kind of like me, sometimes I get down on the floor to do some exercising, and you know what, I just like really can't get back up. But anyway, some of the stones that were considered, that it was called the Black Prince Ruby, some of the stones that were in jewelry given to Queen Victoria that were thought to be rubies, guess what, they were spinel. It was only later that gemologists could look at it and say, yeah, that's not a corundum, that's the spinel family. And so this is one presentation actually where we really don't need to panic yet. Notice I said yet, that the lights aren't coming back up, because this is a gem that you don't need the lights to see. I mean, it's something that Antonella, oh, there we go, yay, let there be, and there it is, that Antonella figured out if you dim the lights on spinel, it's absolutely beautiful, and I think that is just so cool. So let's talk about a saddle ring. A lot of times if you're buying gemstone jewelry and you're not buying it from QVC, it's kind of like just dressy. And I don't know about you, but I get dressed up far less times in a year than I do my regular, you know, jeans and a top and, you know, throw on my Clarks and off I go. This ring is a saddle ring because it's shaped like a horse's saddle. And a saddle ring does not only give you that equestrian flair, which we know is part of this whole town and country craze right now, but it's also something that's really comfortable on the hand. Remember the Orpaz ring? And I told you that if you have a larger knuckle or if you need to go up a size with a wide ring, do that. I don't think you're going to need to go up a size here because it's very slender in the back. So when you have that slender band in the back, it actually makes it a lot easier for you to, you know, work that ring over the knuckle. But I don't know if we measured it yet. And by the way, 3 easy payments of $26.52 is always awesome. with a ring that gives you 150 hand-set stones, we're also looking at a dimension or a look that is about 3/4 of an inch by about 3/4 of an inch. 900 ordered today. It is the only, and here's a little tease, all black spinel ring I'm going to show to you in the 2 hours you and I are together, where everything is all new, everything is on sale until midnight, and we've got some actual new launches that you've never seen before on QVC coming up next. So we have two one-time only values. This we started with 1,000 diamond rings. We have 100 left, and here's what we have. Green, so if you're thinking of that Emerald City feel, 5 through 10, that's it. Everything else is completely sold out. There is no advance order. We can't say we'll ship it out to you again in a month or 2 or 3. We were able to procure those beautiful precious gems from our vendor, and it's all we got. So 100 people can get the green. At least we still have your size, but obviously just like a dozen or so, even less in each and every size. Okay, this is really exciting. I have to tell the backstory. I got a little email that said, can you come by, talk about Hallmark? And I thought, okay. So I went into the silver buying office and I said, you guys, we're talking about like Hallmark, the Hallmarks that I've known and loved, the stores that I've gone to, the cards that I've given in times of happiness and in times of, you know, coming together and you know, to celebrate birthdays and to give a gift of remembrance, like the Hallmark I've grown up with. And they said, yes. What we've done launching today on QVC in this presentation is Hallmark Cards has come together with QVC to design just for you down to the actual beautiful font that the letters are scripted in. It's called the 7 Wishes Ring Necklace. Now this is the first of many pieces that you'll be able to give as a gift coming to you from Hallmark Cards. This is only at QVC. And I will tell you, in case you didn't hear this earlier, if you buy anything as a gift today, you can return it to the end of January. Because if it's bought as a gift right now, we extend our gift giving policy. Look, it's on the screen right now through the 31st of January 2014. So what these rings do is they represent 7 wishes. And by the way, these rings are solidly cast out of sterling silver, and they're actually pretty enough, I'm going to show this to you in a second, to give away individually. Because what are they giving you the wish of? Well, friendship. So maybe you take the friendship one off, you put it on another chain or a one-time only value. And by the way, the chain is 18 inches plus a 2-inch extender. It does come in a special gift box, and it has been designed just for you by Hallmark, only here at QVC. So the first ring says friendship. So maybe that comes to mind right now. Who needs that? The next one says faith. The next one is health, followed by long life, love, happiness, and prosperity. So what's so great about this piece is that you could give a gift to someone very special in your life, all 7, and say, you know, these are the 7 wishes, along with, you know, so much more abundance in your life that I love. But as you can see, this ring, which has that gorgeous mill grain finish on the side, that says friendship. So maybe you're going to give this to that best friend. Maybe you're going to give this to someone that's about to move away. Maybe you're going to give it to someone that needs to know, friend, I am always here for you no matter what. Maybe it's a friend you've had since you were little. Maybe it's someone that just came into your life. And you can see it on Kate. You can give all 7 wishes, or you can spend $68.52 and find 7 gifts out of this. So who wants the gift of friendship, of faith, of health, of long life, of love, of happiness and prosperity? Maybe you'll take long life and prosperity and put those together. Maybe you'll put faith and friendship and put that together. Maybe you'll put love and happiness and put that together. So it's really up to you, but we're excited to be partnering with Hallmark Cards in this all sterling silver collection that's only here at QVC. And a little later on, we'll talk about how there's no place like home. Coming up at the end of the show, it's my pick of the show. That's all right, Kate. I just actually dropped some of the wishes on the floor, but we'll pick them up, I promise. We have my earrings that I chose for you. And when I first saw them, they were about 3 times as wide. And I said, whoa, Nellie, those are a little bit on the bold side. I think our viewers will think they're too heavy, and I just don't think it shows off the diamond cutting like it should. When they scaled it down, I was like, yes, I love when we work on things for you and make them perfect. Well, they're already popular. They're $39 to $49 for the 1, 1.5, or 2 inch, and I would say one of each. If you can, gift, keep, keep. That's my thought process on J285491. So we had a gold sale, the last gold sale of the year, back in August. During that show, I had a San Marco bracelet that was gold. It went on the air, and in 2 minutes it sold out. So I'm just going to give you a fair warning that this is the only time in the history of QVC presenting jewelry on the air that we've been able to bring you a San Marco bangle with a hinge memory, so it's easy to get this beauty on and off and wear it every single day. Okay, this is the ultimate. I mean, when I first started going to Vicenza Jewelry Fair back in the early 90s, I remember seeing these big, bold, beautiful Italian San Marcos, and we would bring tiny versions in. We would never really bring the big versions in. And so what this reminds me of, what has been popular and in style and beautiful in Italy throughout the ages, the boldest of the San Marco, arguably the most romantic link there is, we now have the first ever bangle, either in silver or in gold, ever out of Italy on QVC. We've done maybe cuffs before, we've definitely done links before, we have never done the bangle. So